Next award is Brett Hestdalen. Brett, come forward, please. By the way, the bios for the individual athletes are all printed in the program, which I think everybody should have available at your table. And you can read all about Brett Hestdalen, 5 paragraphs or 6. And with my voice, I think I will summarize that Brett retired recently from the Federal Highway Administration. He was working here in Pierre for how many years, Brett?
About 30.
About 30 years, and now he's full-time in Sioux Falls in the grandfather business, I believe.
Yes, I am.
And, but yeah, he graduated, came out of North Dakota, went to the North Dakota State School of Science, and he's an example of what a good athlete becomes if he takes care of himself. Later in life, he's still a very good athlete. He's a competitive athlete at the national level. If you were on the track this morning, you saw Brett Hestdalen demonstrate race walking the way that it's supposed to be done. And the technique is amazing, and he's proficient at it. Somebody, which will remain nameless, told me that it didn't come naturally to you, Brett. That when you first started race walking, it was a skill that you had to spend time learning. And fortunately, there were other race walkers from around South Dakota that helped to teach you how to do that technique. And then you recruited one guy who even beat you today, I think. Yeah. Some guy from Nebraska came out here. Anyway, he's a tremendous asset to South Dakota, has been for a while with the Federal Highway Administration. Now as a member of the Senior Games Board, I rely on him because he is the secretary for the Senior Games Board and promptly and accurately prepares minutes of all our meetings. And I would like to have him take on more responsibility. Brett, congratulations on the Male Athlete of the Year award.
Squeeze in tighter, or go back, shit.
Oh, this
Try
way?
to get the backdrop so it doesn't have the
Okay.
things, but.
We'll copy it. We can do another one.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I'd just like to thank, okay. I'm not a great speaker. I'd just like to thank the South Dakota Senior Games for selecting me for the award. It does mean a lot to me. I started competing in Senior Games in 2015. And like Kirk was saying, when I first started, I was intentionally coming in to be a distance runner, and that was my goal, was to be a distance runner and compete in nationals. And about a year or two into my running again in Senior Games, I tore up my hamstring really bad. And I haven't been able to run for years. I just want to thank 2 people that have been helping me a lot in the last 2 years. Steve Bliss is my trainer. He's a Hall of Fame strength coach. He used to work at Ohio State and my old college, NDSU. And then also my physical therapist, Jill Stenman from Sanford. She's done an amazing job with helping me rebuild my hamstrings so I can compete again. And without their help, I wouldn't be competing. And so what my goal is for this next year is I'm hoping to be able to, it took me 8 years to get there, but I'm hoping to compete next year as a runner in nationals. And I guess I'd like to encourage anybody that's considering going to nationals to go ahead and do it. It's been a lot of fun. I've went in, competed in Fort Lauderdale, and I also competed in Pittsburgh. And I've met a lot of great people. And I've learned so much about the sports that I've been competing in. And I think you won't regret it if you do go and compete at nationals. And I guess the last people I'd like to thank again, as I like to echo what Kirk and Kelsey have said, is I'd like to thank all the volunteers that have been working for the Senior Games. I think you guys have been doing a great job, and without your help, these games couldn't be held. And thank you.